Hi everybody, welcome to our official strategy guide for Fieldrunners 2. My name is Andrew Mills, author of the strategy guide, and in this particular tutorial video we're going to take a look at Dire Straits on heroic difficulty. Now, the main emphasis on this map is to try and contain the units to the left third of the map, and that's what our strategy is going to be today. We're not going to make any use of the middle portion of the map really, or the right hand side, because we're not going to let them get that far. The main focus at the start is to cover the trench and the two entrances as closely as possible, which is why we're using the two machine guns. Bearing in mind, if you have the current iPod or iPhone version of it, version 1.4 of the game, you won't have access to these machine gun towers. That will be made available version 1.5 when it's released. Now, as you can see on this particular strategy, we've now locked off the right hand side of the map to these top runners that are coming down, and we're channeling them through underneath the horizontal bridge where the bottom runners come out from, and we're bringing them up towards the northern parts of the left hand side of the map. What we're going to then do is we're going to start bringing some extra towers in now at the top left corner of the map to make them double back in towards the turrets that are now firing at the minute. And once we've got this basic structure in place, as you can see, now we've got the basic structure in place, now it's time to start focusing on the slightly better towers that we're going to be bringing in to the mix. In this essence, we're going to be bringing in spark towers, we're going to be bringing in flamethrower towers, Tesla towers, and a slow tower, and obviously being our favourite, we've got the polymorph tower for the slow tower. But just now, we're saving up for a spark tower to put near the bottom part of the map, just where the runners are crossing there at the start of basically at the start of the trench there. We've got the very first vertical bridge. The reason why we put it there first is that we've got helicopters coming in now, as you can see, in round 13, and that takes out both runners trying to cross the trench, runners trying to cross the bridge, and the helicopters at the same time. Bearing in mind, we're not on a time limit here, unlike the time trial version of this map, so it doesn't really matter if they reach the top end of the map and waste that time. You're about maximising the damage potential with the fewest towers possible. And that spark tower is doing the trick. Upgraded to level 3. It is now doing, that is fully upgraded. We can now focus on getting a few more similar towers onto the battlefield. With this particular strategy that we're going to show you today, we did bring several items into the map, which were the smart mines, the flame fountains, and the Spanish flu. We do use a smart mine once in this particular map. Bear in mind, it is not essential, and it is never essential to finish. You can finish every level in the game on heroic without using a single item, should you so desire. That is not a problem. Our main goal though is not to worry about that, it's to make sure that not a single enemy leaves any of our maps. That is our primary goal. Now that we've got a spark tower at the bottom of the map, we replace the original spark tower with a plasma tower. The reason that we do that is that it's constantly going to be firing at units going left and right, so it will still continue to hit any helicopters that are going to the right. It will hit units that are coming across the bridge, it will hit units coming out there from that particular top left entrance, and it will damage as well units that are coming up the trench. So it's quite a good place to put that particular plasma tower. I'm just now going to wait. There we go, in there, and we've got our next spark tower, and that's going to produce some nice little combos, as the enemies are going to have to pass both spark towers now, regardless of which entrance they come from. Okay, now we've got that upgraded to level 3. We've got a slow tower in the mix as well, and that is making sure that all the helicopters are making sure they're going to get damaged and taken out by these particular guns. You can, of course, if you want a little bit of added insurance policy, it is worthwhile, if you like, to upgrade those towers to the immediate left and immediate right of the plasma tower. Make sure they're upgraded to level 3. What I've done though just now is I've swapped it out for a spark tower, and that again will cover the trench, it will cover enemies passing up that part of the bridge, and it will also take out any helicopters that are going to come in to the map from the left hand side. We do have an airstrike, and we will use that airstrike at some point later in the map. Again, some players like to finish the maps without using any airstrikes, and absolute fair play. That if you want to make that extra challenging for yourself, more than welcome to do so. But again, our particular job here is to make sure you get these 3 stars as quickly and as easily and as stress-free as possible. We've upgraded the plasma tower to level 2, and we've also upgraded our new spark tower to level 3 as well. As you can see, we haven't touched the main structure of the maps yet. We're getting perilously close to the entrance, so we make him go just that little bit further. We realise this bad boy is going to be a bit of a little pain and disappear, so out comes the smart mind. Thank you very much. Perfect round. Job done. No leaks. And that's the only weapon we use, well, the only item we use in this particular strategy map. So, back on with the main strategy at hand. We upgrade that spark tower now to level 3. And we've got a good standing. We will at some point get a Tesla tower to the left of that plasma tower to maximise the aerial damage that we do. Quite a lot of stubborn runners coming through the map here. As you can tell, there we go, there's the money for the Tesla tower. Job done. That will provide extra damage to units that are coming from that particular top left entrance. But more importantly, it's going to give you added reassurance that all aerial threats are neutralised much more effectively. Okay, we'll upgrade that to level 2. The aerial threats are the biggest threats in this particular map for leaks. They're the ones that are going to be the hardest ones to get rid of. The main runners themselves aren't too much of a challenge on this particular map. It is more the helicopters that can slip through the net much more easily than you would realize. Okay, that's that upgraded now to level 3. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start focusing on getting a few flamethrowers into the mix as well. And we're going to start laying a few flamethrowers down in this particular map just to give some good hard hitting damage. If you watch, here we go, the bait and switch tactic of this has now become the quickest route to the exit. We get rid of the actual tower. They go up, oh thank you very much, that's a quicker exit. They come up, take more damage as they're coming up the map, and just before they reach it, you drop the tower down, and it means they have to go all the way back around, taking even more damage in the process. That bait and switch can be a really good tactic in some maps with really long stretches of corridor in the maze, because it ultimately means that with enough money, you can buy and drop towers constantly to open up your maze, create a quicker route to the exit, block it off, before they get halfway back down the route, take it out again, come back up the map, and you can basically make them come up and down, up and down, up and down the map until they're dead, as long as you've got enough money to do so, and it sometimes really helps with some more difficult units that you're facing on a particular map. What we've done is we've upgraded that flamethrower to level 3, and we've got a new spark tower at the entrance as well. We brought that into the mix. That flamethrower is going to be doing some fantastic damage to pretty much all enemy types, because there are no postmasters on this map. So every enemy will take the full force of that flamethrower and the Tesla and the plasma combined. see the main runners, not much threat. We've upgraded the plasma tower now to level 3, that's fully maxed out. So our next main focus is going to be on primarily strengthening up the entrance towers and some of the northern towers as well. Now, we replace the bottom spark tower with another plasma tower that creates a fantastic little bouncing field of doom, or green plasma lobs, and it also means that we're hitting units, the long stretches of units as they're coming out of that particular map, and as they're passing under the wooden bridge as well, they'll still take damage from the plasma tower at the south end of the map. See the aerial units, we're making nice light work of them. Ultimately they're not going to really be able to stand the Tesla, strength of the Tesla and the plasma and the flamethrowers combined. So we're pretty confident now that we're pretty good. We replaced the top left tower with a slow tower, or in our case the polymorph tower, and we do extend the maze out a little bit because I do know from experience of playing this map with this setup that some enemies do still like to sneak their way up towards the back end of the map. So those extra 4 turrets at the top provide that little additional insurance policy should you have a sneaky little unit happen to make it all the way up to the top of your map. But that's literally the most you need to extend your map now. It's now going to be a case of strengthening the core towers that you've got in the middle left side of the map. As you can see, no regular units are getting through. They're not going to stand much of a chance. Your main threats are going to come from the aerials and from tanks, as they can take a fair bit of punishment. Certainly now that we're hitting round 6, they can take a good bit of damage. We will use the airstrike a little bit later on in the map to make our life just that little bit easier as well. Okay, as you can see by the entrance, we've got a mass exodus of super runners, but we make mincemeat of them. We now start upgrading the 3rd flamethrower. That's by the entrance to level 3. There we go. So we've got a whole 3 flamethrowers in a row, level 3, dealing out some massive punishment straight off the bat, and it allows us to make fairly good headway on the tanks that we're coming through. And obviously we've now got 2 slow towers working in tandem at the top end of the map to make sure that they're getting maximum damage from that plasma tower, the Tesla tower, the spark tower. We've got some V12s coming into the map. They're not too difficult to take care of. Job done. 9 rounds left to go. You see, we're waiting to buy out. Turret, and there we go. There's another flamethrower in there replacing the Gatling. One of the key, what we're doing now is we've got a pretty strong entrance defense. We're just reinforcing the defense for any units that do have to start making it over that bridge. And as you can see, that flamethrower is doing a nice little job of doing some nice little damage. That's up to level 3, so we're maximized the damage on that as well. As you can tell, not many towers. We don't really use much of the map. Barely the left hand side of the map is all we use, but we keep the units nicely contained within that portion of the map. So we swap out the final Gatling tower on the left hand side with another flamethrower tower, because you know there's no Toastmasters on this map, so why not? So it's one of the stronger towers you can get for your money. That provides good constant 360 degree support, and it has a little bit of area damage for multiple units that are bunched together as well. So it is a good buy as long as there's no Toastmasters on that particular map. As you can see, our top row is now justified, and that took out the last runner. Another Tesla tower in there just to strengthen up that part of the map. Doesn't do any harm. There's a nice little extra bit of damage to all units that it hits. And we're on the final wave. Hindenburg coming in. So this is what we save our airstrike for. Of course, you don't. This map, this particular setup will stop the Hindenburg coming through, but you know, airstrike will do the job just as easily. And as you're going to see, we've got one Hindenburg out of the way with the airstrike. We now just upgrade our Tesla. I did sell a unit that we're not going to need anymore because I was just a couple of dollars short of the final Tesla upgrade. But to be honest, it wasn't even really needed because it's going to take that much punishment now. It's going to go down before it gets anywhere near halfway across the map. And that will be 3 stars on Dire Straits on Heroic. We hope this strategy has been of great help to you, and don't forget to check out our other videos and to check out the official strategy guide for Fieldrunners 2 at gamerguides.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at gamerguides. We look forward to seeing you on our other videos. Take care. Bye bye.